What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Garden Warrior. Let's go! 2026 garden tour on the 250th birthday of America. By the way, check this out. Right here on my bee balm, we got a little butterfly flying around. Check out this guy. So we got the butterfly. Let me focus in on this guy here. He's on my bee balm here as we are doing this intro. But right under that, and not only that, right under it, some grapes. Look at these grapes right here. Oh yeah. Now that's juicy, guys. Juicy. It's juicy stuff. I've never done a full garden tour on this channel. This is the first one. We're gonna go through and check out everything. You guys get to get a gist of my garden. If you guys don't know, I've been here about 5 years building everything you see or about to see today. So I'm 5 years in to this homesteading adventure, okay? So I'll tell you guys what I've learned, the successes, the failures, all of it. Enjoy the video, everybody. So guys, we're gonna start here at the blueberries, but I did find this blackberry. It was the first one of the year, and look how big it is. That is a big blackberry. I mean, here's it up to my hand. There's a little size comparison. First one of the year. My goodness. And we're here by the blueberries. I'll pick a couple. I've been eating them, making muffins, which I'll show you guys. I have been cooking stuff because it's hard to show you everything. But here, check this out. It's hard to show you everything, at least what I do with everything. So I'm gonna put some cooking clips in here, or at least a couple pictures of some muffins and a pie. We got some blueberries. The Bomb. TheBomb.com. But yeah, these are some older bushes. You guys can check out my blueberry video. I'll put it right here. And I got a blueberry pruning video also. You can check out what I do with these. I got I got younger ones, bigger ones. And there's one over here that's not looking so hot. Hopefully it makes it. But other than that, I haven't lost any bushes other than maybe one. I guess two. But blueberries just need a specific type of soil. But I had to start over here because these are one of my favorite things. These are just one of my favorite things that come out here in the early summer. And just Greek yogurt, muffins, pies, one of the most versatile fruits out there. Let's move on to something else. I just wanted to show you real quick. I did get broccoli, but I'm at war with the cabbage moth caterpillars. At war. But I can't spray BT. I know a lot of you guys say spray BT. I got a Monarch way station. I'm not gonna spray BT anymore. So it's basically deal with the cabbage worms. But I want to show you guys. I do have, and I'll zoom you guys in on it. It is June 2nd. And I just wanted to make sure I show you guys my broccoli here. The variety is called Blue Ribbon, I think. And the reason why I'm showing you guys this is it's June 2nd. I wanted to show you harvesting my broccoli because, you know, with the garden video, I had to film clips a little before, you know. There's an optimal time to make a garden video, and I wanted to show you guys kind of the 2026 garden. So we're gonna go ahead and harvest some because I don't want wormy broccoli, and I'll take a slightly smaller head. No worms. Alright, just went out here. I didn't grab nearly all of it, but this is what we got. So we got some couple broccoli, some black raspberries, some strawberries. Boom. Well, really what we need to talk about is the soil. So let's bring you guys down to the soil. Now, when I bring you guys down to the soil here, we got obviously a bunch of wood chips, right? And what I want you guys to notice is, oh, look at all these grubs. Bad little grubs. We got little grubs in here too. Murder. Oh, all kinds of grubs, man. I don't even know what these are. Like, comment what these guys are. I'm not too sure. But when you bring back this mulch here, when you guys get down here, you can see there's a lot of humus, and this is broken down over time. It's we gotta always start at the soil. I do a permaculture style soil. So basically I just covered this years ago in a bunch of compost and wood chips, and it's broken down over time. And we obviously don't plant in the mulch, we plant in the soil, which as you go down, you know, you can see how deep that goes, right? It's just, you know, we've been working at this clay for a while, so eventually when you get down there, you get, you know, it's just all nice, wet under here. All right, guys, it is the middle of June. I hope you guys can hear me well. Can you guys hear me well? I'm out here to give you guys a little bit better perspective, okay? I can't get it all in one frame, but my main garden area being here, the old gardens was the start. This whole little curvature, you can see where plants are growing all the way to the old fence from here. It was the original garden. Okay? Sorry, my camera was being weird. But I'm gonna show you guys the other half. So here's the old garden area. It's to the left of the frame. You guys can't see me yet, I'm coming. And here is a big apple tree. So not everything's in the garden. We have other things, other places, which we will get to. We got the fountain, and I built the fence all the way to here and down. And as you can see, there's flowers. Sorry about the noise of the fountain. There's the grapes right here. The grape trellis goes down the fence. And I know that the tree and the grapes are kind of blocking your view, but we'll get over here. But this is where the second area of garden I put in. So I went from, if you can imagine, just the old garden section, this, and then the pool. Well, I took out the pool. You guys seen that clip of that. And now we're putting raised beds in the middle here and other different things, but it's still getting built out. But I would say the size, just to give you guys a good idea, the size of it, this is approximation, but from what you guys just seen to here to that fence is probably 100 feet, 100 and something feet by at least 50 feet. It's big. It's pretty big. It's not huge, but it's definitely good size. And obviously this isn't the only beds I have. This is just the garden, the main garden area. And look how giant this apple tree is. This is a golden delicious apple. We'll get a closer view of it here in a minute. So now I'm walking through the middle section. I had you guys up here, up there on the porch. I had you guys right up there on the porch. And I'm in this little middle section here. Some of the new plantings and new additions, because last year was the first year that I basically finished what I called Project Garden In-Game, which is basically making this whole area a garden. So I'm still working on it. Obviously I got the foundation laid, but our more raised beds are coming. As you can see, I got a lot of people were hating on the net here, but that is a very useful tool to grow your brassicas, because brassicas, as you know, and little freaking worms. Little worms get you. You guys get to catch basically the tail end of me and my new plantings. All right, I got some hazelnuts. You guys will, as you see, I have so much space. So there's only so many more trees I can add, but as you can see, I plant in guilds. This is one I planted this spring, and brand new planting. Probably one of the last ones for tree-wise. Hazelnuts. There's one over here too, and I planted some flowers under them. I got some echinacea babies, and then you got some pumpkins right next to it. And guys, the reason why I grow so many different things all together is because that is how I believe nature intended it. Things grow well together. Plus, permaculture, you use certain companion plants to help out other plants. Plus you get basically the reason why we have so many things, for many reasons. One, I just mentioned, because they work well together. But two, also, we get harvest insurance. So as you guys can see here, and by the way, I have to give my credit to James Prigoni. I'll tag his channel in the description. If you guys haven't seen his channel, this channel is basically inspired. The gardening section of this channel is inspired by that channel. Anyways, we got, some daylilies, Japanese maple, next to some butterfly weed with chives on the bottom here. Sweet Williams, different flowers. Oh, look at that. Got a little first, well, not the first, but the second, little blackberry. And it creates, like I said, a harvest insurance. When one thing doesn't do good, another thing does. For example, say the blueberries ain't doing as good this at 1 year, or maybe the grapes had a bad year. Might have a good year for apples. Look at all these apples here. These are Honey Crisp. Look at all these. But I'm gonna bring you guys by this bed. I just want to show you guys it's not all perennials, because there will be a lot of perennials in this video. But I'm gonna come in here and grab an annual, grab a carrot, see if I can find one that's a decent size to show you guys. This one's kind of messed up, but we'll grab it. Oh. A little carrot action, okay? A little freaking carrot action. Okay, I'm not gonna eat this. I'm gonna bring this inside, because it's in between a lot of other carrots. But yeah, we got a carrot. Okay, I'm gonna bring this inside, and I will also stick in a little clip here. I'm not just gonna show you guys what I'm harvesting. I'm gonna show you guys how I use it as well. So. Guys, this is part of the garden video. It's June 5th, and I wanted to show you guys because it's hard to get them all at the same time, because the strawberries here, they are ready way before these guys, but the tail end of the strawberries goes into these guys. And these are just the first few berries I get every year. Obviously we have ones that come later, but I wanted to show you guys this because I'm not making this video on June 5th because everything's not grown in yet. But I wanted to show you guys my harvest I do get while I'm waiting on my annuals. Soup's out here. We'll show you a close up. Look at this. This is just one little area. They're everywhere. And I've been saving them for this moment. What do you think, Soups?
You'll see them at the stream. On the street.
Let's do it. Tell the people what's the key to picking blueberries.
The key is...
Let's hit the bowl.
The key is that... So you would think that this is a perfect, right? But say like you look under, which it's a fine one, but say you look under and it's still, what is it, like green. Like when you gotta look under it.
They gotta be blue all the way to the stem. They can't have any white or they're a little too tart. They're edible that way, but they're just sour. We want them more sweet. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna find all those.
Yep.
And yeah, cut to the final result. All right, well, Poop's abandoned me, but I got some blueberries. We're just gonna make some muffins. I got some peas right here. I got some snap peas. Got a little snap pea action, okay? A little snap pea action. Rip that little thing off. Little snap pea action. You guys like the overalls? You guys like the overalls? What do you guys think about the overalls? Let's go walk over here to the grapes. I'm sorry about, I don't have a cameraman, y'all, but here. These are just some of the clusters. The sun, it's kind of shady, but you can see them. Let's see what today is. Today is June 23rd, and we are here with another perennial, Echinacea. Okay, so this is not in the garden, this is right outside of the main garden area I showed you. Purple coneflower, some lilies here. And right above it here are some Primark Freedom blackberries, and they're all flowering. Let's get a closer shot of it. So we got all these blackberry blossoms everywhere. They're everywhere. And right below it, purple coneflowers. And the bees absolutely go crazy for this. There's also some white ones. The blackberries are going to be absolutely loaded this year. This is an absolute staple right here. I planted these when I first got here, and they just kind of reseeded and spread like a lot of the flowers I have, like bee balm, echinacea, black-eyed Susans. The black-eyed Susans. And I have a lot of flowers, and then right next to the black-eyed Susans would be some snap peas here. We got a little snap pea, a cherry tree, and more flowers, and a raspberry. So as you can see, we plant in gilts. And then right next to it is this beautiful tomato. And if I can bring it right by a sunflower, a beautiful tomato. And I don't know if you guys can see, but look at that. I'll zoom you guys in a little bit. Boom. We have some fruit setting. This one is kind of weird looking, but we got some more fruit setting. This thing is big. Here's a better shot of this black-eyed Susan. Really, I have 25 plus perennial flowers, but I also like to mix in some like little pansies and some lilies. You know, obviously we got the garlic chives everywhere. These flower as well, and we eat these, so it's a multi-purpose. I'll bring you guys back to a couple more perennial flowers. Here's one. It's at its tail end of blooming, but it's called a raspberry swirl. I forget exactly what the flower is. You guys can put it in the comments. It's hard to remember everything. We also got another perennial flower here that I planted. I couldn't tell you what it is. I always forget. But it is quite nice. Something that I planted the first year I was here is these little Sweet Williams. Now they're not looking so hot right now because they're on the tail end, but they seed out and they'll come back. They're a biennial. They're pretty nice. There's still some colorful ones here you guys can get a look of to get an idea. But as I zoom out, you can move over here. Do you guys notice something? Oh, look at that. A blackberry. Now guys, I could go through every single flower, perennial, right? And I am going to go through every single species, but I just want to show you guys this one time. This is the Golden Delicious apple tree that you've seen that's outside, right outside the garden. And as you can see, I plant these echinaceas, like you just seen, everywhere. So here we got the echinacea around my apple tree. Even if it's not in my garden, my main garden area, I'll still plant these everywhere. And I got them all spread out all over the place, different colors. And that's what I really wanted to show you guys, is how kind of I plant, so you guys get a similar pattern of kind of how I do things. Here is another perennial flower slash herb that we have, a multifunctional, and it's on the tail end of its blooming, but this would be a Russian sage. This is one of the only plants I have that grow into deep snow. You'll see it deep snow and this thing will still be growing and you still harvest. So it's a season extender as well as a multifunctional beneficial. It's pretty good for you. Plus, as you can see, and then right next to that, I'll back up. That would be under a cherry tree, by the way. I'll show you. This would be under a cherry tree right here, mixed in with bee balm. And then right next to it, a tomato, another sunflower, some basil underneath that tomato here. And the tomato does have fruit. And we also have some fruit set on this tomato. And just take a little walk through some of these flowers here. I also cannot forget, guys, about my butterfly weed here. This thing attracts all the monarchs and gives a lot of the butterflies food late into the season. And right above that, more blackberries. I just want you guys to get a good look at how much milkweed I have and how big it is. This stuff, the bees love it. But yeah, we have some. We'll see if I can find one of the willies. I will show you guys one. I just don't know if I can find one quite this early. But they produce all these flowers, and as you've seen, the bees go crazy.
also wanted to show you guys that I do have a lot of annuals as well. I got like 4 or 5 different kinds of bush beans here. And then I have some, I think 2 different kinds, white and red kidney beans over here, like 5 rows. They're small, I just got in a little box. This is brand new land. Like I said, I just put this together last year. And against the fence, we have a bunch of sunflowers. So I planted a bunch of different kinds of sunflowers. And if you guys have been staying tuned to the garden videos, I did show you the kinds that I planted, a mixture of kinds all along the fence. So we'll be watching that grow in. I also this year, not every year do I do this, but I do have 2 blocks. I have an incredible corn. It's like a yellow corn, sweet corn. And then I have another block of white corn over here that is 2 weeks behind this. So I'll have a little staggered harvest from these 2. As far as annuals go, I do have a pumpkin. Let's get a closer shot of this pumpkin. So not only do I have pumpkins, I have watermelon. I have 2 different kinds of watermelon, 2 different kinds of pumpkins, one kind of cantaloupe, which is my first time, which we'll walk over to the cantaloupes. I have this raised bed, MIGardener raised bed. I'll go ahead and put the QR code right here. I have some different melons and a cantaloupe. I'll bring you guys closer. So when we pull back our little net here, which I'm going to take off eventually, we have, and if you guys are wondering what this white stuff is here, this white stuff here, that is surround kaolin clay, which I'll try to find. I'll put a link in the description where you can find it. It protects it from all the pests, cucumber beetles, squash bugs. Yeah. And then I have them spread out. I have 3 in here, 3 in here, and then I got a bunch down the line. Little seedlings, little babies. Here's a better shot of these sunflowers running down the fence here. They run all the way down and over there. They're so small. And if you guys remember, earlier in the video we had broccoli in this bed right here, and we harvested the broccoli, and that wasn't all of it, but I just showed you guys when I harvested a little bit. And we have our watermelon. So now you can see kind of me succession sowing, continuing to sow seeds. You know, it's not over for a bit. It's not like you just grow broccoli and it sits here. This little watermelon, I'll bring you guys into it. Going hard on the melons this year, guys. So as you can see, I got a bunch of melons in this bed. The idea is that they will drape over the bed. I also got a bed of potatoes, guys, and this also has that clay. That clay is on a lot of different plants. It's really meant for my fruit trees, which we will go and see, and for anything that has an issue with Japanese beetles, plum curculio, and the list goes on. You can even mix it with sulfur, organic sulfur, micronized powder, and use it for, it helps the sulfur stick for fungal diseases like black rot or brown rot. So I highly recommend you guys use that if you're organic gardening. We have some red and some gray potatoes in here. They are looking okay. They're starting to die back a little bit. They've already flowered. So we'll show you guys a harvest of this eventually. So I do sow a lot of annuals as well. It's not all perennials like it seems to be. So under this Rainier cherry tree, I have a lily in one spot. Got the Rainier cherry here. I got these lupins, which I put in a few years ago, and they just flowered for the first time this year. Lupins, I might be saying that wrong. And then, I know you guys can't see, but I can zoom in here in a second, but here's some Swiss chard. Swiss chard, guys. I'll move some stuff back so you can see it a little bit better. This is good for salads, all kinds of stuff. There's some nitrogen fixing. And yeah, so you can kind of get an idea. There's some black-eyed Susans, everything. A tomato. There's a tomato right here. I know it's probably out of frame, but there's a tomato, which you guys seen earlier. You guys get the gist. Let's move out and I'll show you guys more of my fruit trees that I have and talk about a little bit of my successes and failures with fruit trees, even though we have gone over some fruit trees. But we'll go over the ones that are a little older. These are a little younger. These should produce next year though, these cherries. This one is not outside the garden, and I planted it last year. It has not produced yet. It is a Yates persimmon. It's a young tree. It has, there's a black-eyed Susan here, and I planted yellow and raspberries all around here. Let's see if I can find one here. This one isn't completely right, but you can get an idea. I showed you guys some earlier, but you can get an idea. Man, I need another one. I'm just walking out of my gate here, and I just want to show you guys this. I would have forgot about it. The raspberry shortcake, red raspberry, and 2 pink lemonade. There's pink lemonade. I just planted it this year. Pink lemonade, rabbit eye, blueberry bushes. They're pink blueberries. I'll put a picture on the screen of what they look like right here. It's crazy. And I'm really excited, but they're really young. But yeah, I can't wait. Look, guys, do you guys think you're getting something from the apple tree? Those are bad thickos. Listen, these are my plum trees. I have to say, I have struggled with plums, guys. Hold on, let me let this truck pass by. Guys, I even got traps to get the bugs. And every year, I have 4 of them here. 4 Japanese plum trees. Every year, the frost gets them. Every single year. Early frost, they bloom too early. This year, I managed to protect, and also the bees aren't out, but I've managed to protect and pollinate my own blossoms by hand pollinating the blossoms in the spring and protecting them the best I could. I would manage 2 plums to survive after 5 years. These were the first trees to plant on this homestead 5 years ago. And now I'm down to 1 because I lost 1 to oriental fruit moth. So not only am I fighting against that, I'm fighting against oriental fruit moth, plum cucurio, any other insect that might want to get in there. But I'm gonna get you guys a close up. But you see in this organza bag, covered in clay, like a triple protection, I have my last plum that is big and getting bigger. I'm hopeful I get to try it, because who knows, the next year I'll be able to. You see it in there? Oh yeah, triple protected, guys. Not taking no chances now. Hopefully a raccoon doesn't get it. Also here, guys, sorry about the cars. We have 1, 2, 3 different varieties of Hascap berries. Typically, people would call them honeyberries, but I think the correct term is Hascap berries. But I have 3 different varieties. I've gotten a few, but again, they bloom early, so I have to protect them. So next year I'll protect them. But this one over here has gotten quite big. Check it out. Another one of them cold hardy perennials. This bush is quite big. There's a good shot of them for you. This would be the notorious chicken bed, you guys. It's not filled out yet, but I put a nice little cedar fence around it. And we got some echinaceas, some daylilies. I even got calendula, but the chickens dig the calendula up. We got some different perennial flowers in here. We're gonna fill it out. Still working on it. It's a little Mother's Day bed. And over here, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you guys have really learned something in this video, and also get inspired a little bit by this video to go out and do this yourself. That's really the whole point of making these videos, is to teach and inspire people to grow their own food, and also fix the environment, man. Humans have messed up the environment so much. I think it's about time we give back. There's gonna be an updated video. As you guys seen, I have a lot of young annuals in the garden. We will make an updated video, maybe a fall garden tour, depending on how this one does. Please comment, like, and subscribe, okay? It helps out. I am officially monetized, so I can now really start to give back to you guys, you know? Also, guys, I'm gonna reach through the fence here and get a blueberry. There is membership tiers I have, okay? Membership tiers. Here they are. They're not that expensive, y'all. They're really not. Till next time. Peace.